Here we go. The first essay, Happily Never After. Sorry I'm late, I gasp, winded from the exertion, having sprinted off the elevator, through jewelry, then skincare, then accessories, up 3 flights of spiraling marble stairs, in and around Prada and Herrera and Watanabe, and finally into Barney's New York's infamous bridal shop, where my mother and her best friend Marcia are pouring through Vera Wang's spring collection. The caterer was totally unprepared. I had to wait while he garnished the blinis and then scoop this bland, boring tartare into way too greasy wonton skins, and I still left before he even started plating the salads. What really happened is that I was up all night doing mushrooms in Topanga Canyon and woke up way late with nasturtium in my hair and a feverish need to jump in the ocean, and then let my boyfriend talk me into dropping him off at his Beechwood Canyon art studio, at which point I realized I was parched and grabbed green juice before trekking backwards to Beverly Hills to try on wedding dresses. And you couldn't have picked up a phone? My mother asks, dragging a perfectly manicured finger across the sleeve of an organza eyesore. Or run a comb through your hair? Sorry, I roll my eyes, leaning in to kiss her cheek, where a fresh 2-inch scar is just starting to scab over near the front of her ear. Mom, did you get another facelift? She nods, beaming, because elective surgical procedures make her incomprehensibly happy. Why? You don't have any wrinkles. Not anymore, she trills. Don't get me wrong, my mother has plenty of imperfections, but wrinkled skin is not one of them. Her complexion is flawless, eerily untime-marked. At least it was until she started having all this useless surgery that just makes her look shiny and pulled and wrong. Be nice, Marcia whispers, kissing me on the cheek and then pulling back to wipe her signature orange lipstick off my face with her thumb. It's Mother's Day. I know it's Mother's Day. If it wasn't Mother's Day, I wouldn't be in Beverly fucking Hills ad-libbing outlandish details about my make-believe wedding within deliberate earshot of a clearly sedated shop girl who may or may not realize we're full of shit. I know you have no intention of paying for Mother's Day brunch, my mother barked into the receiver before I'd even had a chance to say hello. Regardless of my intentions, which in this instance I hadn't yet honed in on, I never actually pay for Mother's Day anything. It's not because I'm cheap or selfish, though if you ask my mother, I'm both. Rather, it's because she drops zingers like this before I have the chance to cultivate any genuine intentions, let alone reach for my wallet. And then, because it's Mother's Day and I know how much it means to her to be right, I surrender to the narrative she's projecting. And I don't want to have to pretend to like another crappy beaded necklace you make me, she continued. So for Mother's Day, we're going to Barney's to try on wedding dresses, so I can at least see you in one before I die. To be clear, my mother isn't battling cervical cancer, Lou Gehrig's disease, or any other terminal malady. This is simply her way of letting me know how I am, yet again, failing to be a good Jewish daughter, because at 34, I've yet to gift her any of the conventional lifestyle achievements her friends with married, employed kids get to brag about, unless we count the 10-day silent meditation retreat I completed in March, or the Giardia I contracted in Rishikesh and then cured with ass-lodged chunks of basil-wrapped garlic, which, of course, we don't. I agreed because I'm not a total asshole and it is Mother's Day, and because it saves me the time and cash I would ordinarily spend making yet another crappy beaded necklace she will only ultimately ever appreciate as a cat toy. And so here I am, bouncing from foot to foot in mismatched skivvies while rambling about my imaginary fiance and our fake wedding plans, all so that my mom can see me as a bride before she dies, even though she's perfectly healthy despite her addiction to aspartame and cosmetic surgery.